Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. AT Gator. Check. Watch it before. Hey, let's go.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. McGill, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Bills 0.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. McGill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
In your face.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
2nd and 14. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, McGill. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
A gain of 15. First down, Bills.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Deion Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun, McGill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The throw taken in by Hamilton, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield looking middle, and it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Open man. Here is Hamilton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. From the gun, McGill. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's got to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Picked up by Troy Apke. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on 1st down. From the 36, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
55. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGill. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he comes back with one complete.
Get ready.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Looking to throw. McGill going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one will be accepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Set to the 20. 53 is the mark. Rabbit.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mayfield now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield airing it out for Hamilton. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Rolling to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. T.J. Green with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes and try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they've had no room to breathe. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 2.
Throwing on first down. McGill. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, McGill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagoo able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mayfield now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Catch is made by Harry. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
57 Mike 57. Oh, yeah.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, He had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception. McGill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Mixon on the counter. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And a big loss this here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. And that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football, they're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his man, that's Harry. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get, all right, 300? That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mayfield now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw. McGill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a three-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a three-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
70, Indy.
On 1st and 10, McGill. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. He's back to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the to the 7.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Redskins 24. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Touchdown, City.
We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
I know you felt that one.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8. Today's final score, Bills.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, it is an absolute godsend here in the final week of the season as they're able to avoid joining the 77 Bucks and the 07 Lions as winless teams. They'll finish 1-15 following the win here. And they will enter this offseason with more questions than answers. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.